Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to an edition of Facebook Live, Balls and Strikes. Looks like the rain's gone, and we're going to have a good weekend of baseball. So today, before we get into that, just talk about some camps here. Top Gun Camp, check that out. If you haven't checked out our other camps, next week we're going to talk about the World Series camp, so check that out as well.
And then the Cardinals have had a good game yesterday, but then ended up losing it at the very tail end. And then Yadier Molina had that little deal going on.
Yeah, that was crazy. If you have not seen that, you've got to check that out. It's on YouTube. It's on everything. It was almost like his chest protector of the baseball. Either the baseball had some type of pine tar on it or rosin, or his chest protector is just completely Velcro because he was looking for a drop third strike. The guy throws the bat. He's on first, and Molina's looking all over, and the ball ends up right here on his chest protector. I've never even seen that before.
And then Piscotty got hit 3 times in a row.
Yeah, I know. It was a wild series, but Cubs got the best of us. They won 2 out of 3, but it'll be a back-and-forth battle, I think, all year.
Yep. All right, so let's head into the drill.
Okay, so we've been talking a lot about the lower half, and this is another quality drill to really help you to understand where our energy wants to go. Spiker brought up a really good point, I think 2 videos ago, actually, about punching, okay, and being in a boxing match. This can really help you with that because, like Spiker said, we don't want to spin around like a tornado, okay, or a top. We want to have some type of energy going towards our target. And so what you're going to do here, you're going to get a batting helmet. Here at Balls and Strikes, we've got, around 30, 40 batting helmets. So plenty of these if you're in the facility. But what you can do is you're going to put your back foot actually right up against the helmet. Okay, get in your stance, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my swing, and my goal is I want to get that back heel to the sky, good pivot, backside L, but if I spin like this, watch what will happen. If I spin out, that helmet's going to kick out, okay? And what that shows me is my energy is actually going back to the catcher, not out towards the field.
Layman's terms, that's squishing the bug. So if he squishes the bug, that's what we're trying to prevent.
Yes.
Another layman term is we want to release the bug.
Exactly. You're trying to release that bug back through the middle of the field.
Yep. And what I had a conversation with a lot of my students yesterday about this. So Josh, go ahead and get in that position.
Yep, right up against the
So the hardest part is to really understand that with that back foot, you're actually driving off the instep of your foot, the actual inner part right there. On that big toe. That big toe is by far probably the hardest thing to teach right now.
That's a great point.
And
it's all about the big toe.
I think a lot of guys don't realize that's the actual movement. So if you look at Bryce Harper, Mike Trout, any of those big name guys that are like 6'2", 6'3", or below, they have to use their lower half, and you'll see them drive off of that big toe.
Yeah, that's a great point. So this drill can really help with that. I'm going to demo 2 or 3 and just kind of show you what we're looking for here. I'm also going to demo 1 and kind of show you what we don't want to have happen if we do squash the bug. So first 2 I'm going to demo are going to be kind of what we're looking for here. I'm going to drive through the baseball, release my backside, and make sure I'm not hitting that helmet. All my energy should be going back to the pitcher.
So he actually gains ground, and for those who have not met me or Josh here at the facility, we're actually only 6 foot tall. So when we look at video and we look at players, we look at the guys that are smaller in stature, just like ourselves.
They have to get the most out of their body.
Yeah, they have to get most out of their body. We're not dealing with the 6'6" or the 6'7" guys. We're worried about like the shortstops, outfielders, because if we feel like if we're more efficient with our body, it'll then translate to other hitters.
Absolutely, yeah. Into here, second demo here. Notice my backside, like Spiker said, this big toe is driving right there.
Nice swing.
Okay, notice I'm gaining some ground. Okay, now I'm going to demo what we do not want to have happen. Watch what happens if I completely just spin out on my backside. My energy is actually going to go back to the catcher and the umpire.
Yeah.
Notice that. And as you saw, if you were here and looking at the flight of the ball, it was a rollover ground ball because my bat path got here instead of here.
one thing about that bat path is I actually saw a video of Josh Donaldson. MLB Network did another video of the whole controversial topic that happened last year. And Donaldson was actually talking about being flat through the zone. And when we're talking about this is that we want to stay short, we want to stay flat through the zone. So
it's a great drill. If you have a younger hitter, even high school hitter, I mean, if you're having a tough time in terms of understanding what your back foot does, this is such a simple drill, but it makes a lot of sense. Everybody has a helmet for the most part. All you need to do is get your back foot here, take your swing, and then avoid that helmet. And if you do that, if you get a full pivot, like Spiker said, use that big toe to drive, you'll understand what we're talking about.
Yeah. All right, so let's head into the last drill here.
Okay. Next topic here, this is a little bit different topic. This is actually what we're going to be talking about when we load, okay? It's a little bit different part of the swing. So when we load, and we haven't talked about this a whole lot, but as a hitter, when we load up, notice how my back knee, okay, stays firm. Okay, we talk about a firm front side a lot of times being here, okay? But our backside, we do not want our backside, watch this, if I overload like this, all my energy is actually going to the outside half of the back knee. We want to keep all of our energy on the inside half of the back leg. So when I load, right there, notice.
So hold on, do me a favor, Josh. So you're wearing pretty puffy pants. Great pants though.
Under Armour.
So go ahead and roll up that right leg, pant leg,
okay,
so they can see the knee, like all the way up,
okay,
all the way up. So you look like a. There you go.
I've got knicker.
Look kind of still, yeah, half knicker, half not. Okay, let's see it.
Okay.
So go ahead and explain that.
I'm not doing the drill yet. I'm just showing you what it would look like in the batter's box.
Yep.
That's the correct action. Here's what we don't want to have happen.
Yeah, see how that knee starts moving across and going to the backside. That's not what we want. So
exactly,
that's good.
We want to keep the weight on the inside half of the back leg. So here's how this drill works, okay? I'm going to actually put the glove right here, okay? And I'm going to put my back foot right on the edge of the glove, okay? Right in here. Now, when you do this, okay, it makes sure that knee stays inside my backside, okay? So if I try to collapse, I can't. Put your foot right here, right on that crease of the glove, and it's going to make you stay on the inside half of the back leg.
Yep. And all those glove fanatics, it won't hurt the glove. You're perfectly fine.
Yeah, just take an old glove.
Yeah.
Exactly. So let's demo this here. See how I'm staying on the inside half? And that's going to help me transfer that energy through the baseball. Put on the glove. Right there, one more. I'm really staying down on my legs here. Foot on the inside half of that glove. Right there.
And notice, Josh is a guy that actually has a pretty big stride. Like he goes backwards and then forwards.
I have more of a weight shift type swing.
So he's more of a weight shift type swing. So don't. That's another thing that when I'm teaching lessons, is that I was a high leg kick guy. So when I teach, I'm doing a high leg kick and I'm saying, you know what, not me. This is what I actually want you to do, which is minimal movement of the front leg. Just keep it short, keep it compact, keep it simple. All right, but each guy's different. So if you want to ever experiment with a huge weight shift like Josh, or a high leg kick like me, or another instructor we have in here, which is Steve Hacker and Chris Nash, they had a minimal move.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's a great point, because I'll give you some examples. If you want to look at MLB hitters, guy has a bigger weight shift. Yachty has me and him are similar in terms of how we swing. And what I mean by that is, when you look at Yachty, he's going to get his weight shifted back, inside half, but he really gets that backside transferred, and that back foot is really going to release. Yep. Now, one guy who is more stationary, Edmonds. If you looked at him, and there's some videos, his backside really almost stays in the same place, and he's just pick up the heel, put it down. type guy.
Yep. Same thing with Albert Pujols. He was a minimal. He's a minimal guy. A guy that has a lot of movement. Bryce Harper.
Frank Thomas was a big weight shift guy.
And Mike Trout. He's in the middle of all those guys.
Exactly.
So it's just trying to figure it out.
There's pluses and minuses to all of it. A guy has more of a weight shift. You're going to keep the bat in the hitting zone longer than if you're just spinning. Not spinning, but I would say more rotational, where you're just pick it up, put it down, stay in one spot. Where if your weight shift, you're going to keep in the hitting zone. But the biggest thing with that is to make sure you're not getting out in front on your front side too much.
Mm-hmm. We haven't talked about a lot yet is the area of contact, and it's a concept that hasn't in mainstream, they have not talked about it. You hear a lot of guys talking about, oh, you got to go uphill, or you got to go downhill, or you got to go flat. We haven't talked about area of contact yet, which is a huge topic that no one talks about. So I think next week that's a topic that we're going to hit on.
Yes.
How you can increase your area of contact and increase your chances of, or your percentages of hitting that baseball.
Absolutely. Great point. We're going to talk about area of contact. We're also going to give you 5 different options that you can use to trigger your swing next week. We're going to talk about, one of the days we're going to talk about the no stride, just like this. We're going to talk about the toe tap. We're going to talk about going knee to knee. We're going to talk about a leg kick. We're going to talk about foot down early guys. We're going to talk about forward first guys. And we're going to talk about the pluses and minuses of all those one of the days next week.
Yep. So let's go ahead and talk about camps a little bit, talk about the plugs and everything like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, go ahead.
Yeah, so guys, the camps, okay? We are really excited about it. If you have not checked out our last video, Jaws was on that. It means, it just means a lot to Balls and Strikes. It means a lot to what we're doing. This has been going on since 1999, okay? I don't know if there's any camp in St. Louis that can say they've been, been around that long, 18 years, consistent at it. So we've got incredible camps, theme camps, classic camps. Next week we're going to talk about the World Series camp, but this is really our last plug for the Top Gun. Obviously the Top Gun's still going to be on our website and you can register for it, but just to talk about that a little bit, guys, if you're interested in meeting any Cardinals, okay, please check that out. You're going to have a chance to get autographs, meet those guys. That's really a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. If you look at the stats of things, really, less than 1% of the population has a chance to play professional baseball. And to meet a guy like Reyes and Diaz and get to, ask them questions about their background and where they came from and how they approach the game, it's going to be really cool. On top of that, it's just going to be really a good camp of instruction. If you want to have fun and get better at the game, please check that out. So give us a call, 636-394-2255, or check out our website, www.bnssports.us/Baldwin, and we look forward to seeing you at the field this summer.
One thing I like about live is that it's not edited. It's fully just us being how we normally act in a lesson, and that was the whole reasoning behind why we're doing lives, because we're so passionate about baseball and just talking the game. So if you ever want to take any lessons, if you want to get in the cage with us, that's Josh Herrick. I'm Spiker Helms. We also have a number of other instructors: Steve Hacker, Chris Nash, Dave Burkby, Travis Griffin. So if you want to take lessons with them, also Ryan Romiller, who is also on Facebook Live as well. Exactly. If you want to take lessons with them, say it again, number
636-394-2255. And these are great videos, guys. These are pretty much like mini free lessons, that you can use in your game. But baseball is one of those games. It's all about consistency. It's all about consistent action. And so you've got to have somebody who has that experience, and we really studied the game, and everybody here has played college or professional baseball, so everybody's credible, and we have different backgrounds, maybe different teaching styles, but I really don't think you can go wrong with hitting instructors, pitching instructors, catching instructors, softball too. So give us a call, check out our website, check out our social media platforms. We've got stuff on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube now. We've got a lot of different platforms, so we'd love to see you and check out the facility.
Yep, we'll keep giving you some free content. Talk to you soon. See ya.
See you guys.